Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Aquarius, this is your singles love reading, and I'm going to get into that in just a moment. I just want to tell you that at the very end of this reading, I'm going to tell you about a chance to win a personal reading with me for free. So if you find that exciting, just keep watching at the very end of this reading, and I'll tell you all about it. Excuse me. So what's going on for you, Aquarius, with Singles Love for the month of April? We're going to have 3 initial cards here and see what comes out. In the other readings, it has been, it's very like, what is going on for you in terms of your love vibration internally, and let's see then how that manifests around you. Typically, that's how the reading seems to go. So Aquarius, for the month of April, Singles Love. So we're getting 3 initial cards here, and we're just going to go deeper and deeper into that energy and find your story here and in the extension if you resonate. I'm feeling a little bit of movement. Come to the edge. Come to the edge, Aquarius. Is the first one. Dare to bare your soul. Dare to show the entirety of you. Second card out. Ooh, that was a close one. Second card. And third. Which one was first? That was first. So the second card is Chaos and Conflict, number 33. And then we have Less, number 22. So interesting there in terms of numerology-wise. So come to the edge. As an overall picture here, as an overall image, I just see this like we need to, I don't want to say that you need to crash and burn before you get into the blessed side of things, but there's something that needs to shift here. There's a shift going on, and you're being called to come to the, literally come to the edge. Like you're being called to take a leap of faith, to show yourself completely, to, it's really intimate, and it's really, can be really scary to really bare your soul for someone, to really be intimate with someone in a very close, like a romantic partnership. And I don't know if that's been a struggle for you to just really bare your soul to someone, or feel like you can land safely and securely in their arms, like whether you're a woman or a man. Like, do you feel like you, in your past relationships, have you like been able to just fully bare your soul? Because of course you need to feel that security within yourself. You need to feel like you can come to the edge. You can come and show up and show yourself and like, this is who I am. And as you open your soul, that's what you're going to attract back, right? However, it is a tricky thing if you're with someone and they clearly show you that you cannot open up. They clearly portray to you that, you know, this is not a safe space to land. Then it's quite tough to come to the edge. It's quite tough to open up that soul of yours. But there's something here that inspires you to like, come on, Aquarius, like just move closer to the edge and just bare your soul a little bit. Open that heart of yours, and it's like you're not going to regret it. Like it's so many beautiful things coming out of that. We're going to see what that is. We're going to go deeper into that. And then we have Chaos and Conflict. And this is what I feel. If things has always crashed and burned, if things is always like so you've been in relationships and you try to bare your soul and you try to show yourself and you try to open up, and then as you're coming undone, does that make sense to say that? As you're coming undone and coming more like, so I see this like zebra underneath here, and this pattern of yours that goes on top, like we never really get into the really core of Aquarius here. I don't know for what reason. If you really like hand on your heart, are you showing up authentically? And I don't mean that you're walking around lying, but is there more to you than you're showing? And because there is more to you than you're showing, you're sort of holding back a little bit. And because you're holding back, you're attracting people that you need to continue to hold back in front of. Does that make any sense? Like, it's like you're playing it safe, and you're safe. I don't know if that is even an expression. Safe shoring, safe shoring yourself. Like you're playing a safe bet on yourself, and you're rarely coming outside of the box. And because it's almost, it's another way of saying it's like, okay, if you have a guard up, if you have a guard or a shield up, and you never sort of let that shield down, you're going to walk around with that vibration, and you're going to start to attract people where you, in that relationship, have to continue to have that shield up. And you might think that it's the person that you need to shield yourself against or guard yourself against that you have attracted into your life. And it is, but the reason that they're there in the first place is because you already had that vibration going. Does this make sense? This, though, is like you're trying something new here. You want to come to the edge. You want to be more authentic. And this crackle, this like coming undone, that's gonna come down like to your, like you can't live on the surface anymore. That is a done, like numerology wise there, 33, done deal. It's done. Like you're not staying there anymore. We're gonna go deeper there. If you don't recognize yourself in like, that is not me, then then it might be anyway, because you might be unaware of it, or you just feel like your relationships have crashed and burned in the past. However, now we seem to move on. We seem to come into this very blessed situation where you literally are feeling like for the first time perhaps, because you're coming undone, you're daring to take a leap of faith, you're showing more of your soul, you're showing more of your heart, which allows for you to step into very, very different energy here that is going to give you something, like it's going to give you for the first time a different story. So you might look good on the surface, always, it looks good on the surface. This time around you met them, like you met the person, like yay. And then, 10 days or 10 months or whatever passes, and you're like, no, they're not. They're so not my person. This time around, we're moving past this, and you're coming into something real, something authentic here. We're not surfing on the surface anymore. We're going deeper, and that it's going to give you, it's going to be a payout. It's going to give you loads back because you dare to be authentic and real. Okay? Come to the edge. We want to clarify this for Aquarius here, please. Come to the edge. So for whatever reason, you're already protecting yourself, like from the beginning. Like something must have happened in the past for you to protect yourself like that, or for you to want to shield yourself and not really wanting to be, like you want to be in a partnership, but then you're playing it safe. Wow, look at this. Base chakra, love abounds. And it's 2, number 1. So we have brand new energy here. We have a brand new start, new beginnings. The base chakra and love abounds. Like it's just, the base chakra is about belonging. It's about where you find your roots, your home, where you feel like you're secure. That can bleed into like finances. Like you tend to want to just really, really, really want to be secure. You want to have like your home base. Maybe you have felt for a long time that you didn't. Because this card talks about like not really daring to walk outside of the box here. There's some incoming mail. And yet here it's like we're building a new foundation. You're starting over. You're coming from love. Big love. Love abounds. This is like the third eye. This is, it's so powerful what you're stepping into now. and just having the intention of wanting to build a new foundation, of wanting to be like coming to the edge and take a leap of faith, is like energy wise, that is going to yield so much back to you. This is so strong. This is such a strong energy. New beginnings for you. So this coming to the edge, you really are wanting to like feel the real love, feel the deep love, the love that you, the whole love that you have inside of you, and creating this new family structure and family base, home base. Let's see what this chaos and conflict is all about. Chaos and conflict. Why is this here for Aquarius here? Came out really fast. Shine. It's just, I love this because it's like, it's a complete opposite. You're so taking a leap of faith. It's like the complete opposites of what we have had before. The chaos and conflict, like you're allowing yourself to break to break through this situation. Like you don't vibe with that chaos anymore. You don't, like, it's a little bit like I'm holding back a little bit, and you probably feel that. I am trying to put this like in a very nice way, and I'm here to uplift, and I'm here to like inspire. So when certain things comes out in the cards that I feel like it can be a little bit of a feeling of attack on you, or feeling like it's a vulnerable space, like you don't need to hear more about how you have messed things up in the past, because you know you have. Like you don't need to hear that. But then it comes out really strongly, like, okay, so before, maybe you have played it a little bit safe, and maybe you played it really, really, really on your rules. And if it's not follow exactly to the T of your rules, and you need to have those rules because that's the way that you make yourself feel like you're in control. If you're a little bit afraid of getting out of control and feeling like you're not the boss of things, you might end up being vulnerable. And that vulnerability in the past probably has led you to not so many beautiful things. And so it's a really, self-defense mechanism. So it's no wonder that you're doing it. But then to be honest with yourself and realize and recognize that that is what you're doing. To like understand, okay, I might not be attracting all these douchebags or like these really conflicting or people that you really, really need to take care of, or like whatever this is. Codependent people are so attracted to you, like, and tend to just project on them, like if they just got their shit together, this would be so much more beautiful. Well, take a little bit of a look in the mirror, Aquarius. And this is when I feel like, oh, I don't want to be that harsh. It just feels like when you're that, like, when you're starting to be that honest with yourself, like you understand that, okay, so the reason why I'm here in this relationship yet again, and it ends up in chaos and conflict, it seems now that we've woken up. It seems like you're doing like, either it's like a 180, like a complete turnaround, because you just see or have seen that in the past, the relationship just hasn't worked, or like you're just not authentically happy where you're at. You're trying to start up new things, and it doesn't necessarily just have to be relationship. You try to start up new businesses, or starting to make more money, or you want to start these new things, and it really doesn't come to fruition the way that you want to. And it's because you've been holding back and you've been defending yourself. And therefore you attract things that then just goes to waste, or you attract things, but it's not going to waste. You're always like one... I'm going to make maybe what sounds like a really like, what is that weird analogy? But I love MasterChef Australia. Like, I just love it. Like, we have a MasterChef, like, USA, Sweden. We have MasterChef here in Sweden, and we have, the British version and whatever. And it's like, but the Australian one, I just really love it. And it's something there about, like, if you haven't seen it, like, they're cooking all these great foods. And if it's not up to par, you can end up in the losing pile, and then you have to compete for your position in the competition to stay there. And obviously at first glance it looks really, really horrible that you ended up in a group that didn't perform as well. So now you're in the sort of losing team, and you have to cook this food to sort of to claim your stake in to claim your stake in the competition, as the other goes on to be winners, and they don't then do another cooking. They don't do a cookout because they were in the winning team. And it looks like you're in the losing team. That's not a good thing, and you are risking to go home. But what happens, and you know, they keep saying like, oh my God, this is the fourth time that you're here in this losing team, or like they have to fight for your place in this competition. Like, what does that feel like? And they keep saying, yeah, it's not a good feeling, like the fourth time. You know, over the years, those have been either like the winner or the runner up, or like they're so there in the top of winning the whole competition. I've been following this for quite a few years now. And it's so interesting to see that those people that end up in that sort of losing ring or losing round that has to fight for their place, not only do they fight for their place and ask a little bit extra to stay in this competition, they gain another cookout. They gain another experience of actually cooking more food. So now they're ahead of their competitors because they didn't cook this time. And so they're one experience short on the person. Do you know what I'm getting at? Like, it looks at first glance like this is a lost situation. I'm here in the losing team again. But or are you? Or are you? Are you just gaining more and more and more experience? Obviously, brand new beginning, such a strong, like, you're coming out of this so strong, and the experience was not in vain, and it's not like you're a mess up and you just continue to and maybe you have not continued to mess things up. I don't mean it that way, but like you maybe feel like you're can I ever get it to work? Can I ever, like, this business or this relationship or like health or diet or body, like whatever this is, like, can I ever get it to work? And in each and every one of those experiences where you feel like maybe you've been on a losing team and you have to fight for your spot here to stay in this life, you're gaining more experience. For every single time you're gaining more experience. And not only are you gaining more experience, you're asking more clearly for what you want. And so I think that was a good analogy. I just have to say. The chaos and conflict has now turned into the star, the sun, the cracking open of your solar plexus. That is worth. That is you feeling worthy of this place in this world, and you sort of demanding more. Like, look at the difference. This is a person that, they can have love, but they're dancing away from it. Is one way of looking at it. The other way is like, okay, I'm not trying to come to the edge here, but it's like the other one is like exploding and coming to their right. And then we have blessed. Why is that here for Aquarius, please? The blessed card for energy. Because dreams are coming true. So the blessed card is here because you really are creating your dreams right now. You have moved from being afraid and guarding yourself and let's call it gathering a whole bunch of life experience, right? You gathered a whole bunch of life experience, and because you're now coming into your right foundation. You're stepping into love, the love vibration, the real love, the ones that sees clearly. You're opening up your solar plexus there, feeling worthy, perhaps for the first time, feeling worthy of your life path and what you are asking for. Starting to cruise. This is about also like not making things happen, but allowing things to happen, to allow them to fall into place. And that's making your dreams come true. You just sort of now take all of that asking, all of that, like being in that bottom 3, bottom 4 people that fights for their place in the competition. You're taking that asking to stay here and to improve yourself and gaining even more experience and asking exactly for what you want. You know what to ask for now. And dreams are coming true for you. We're going to see what else we get there. Beautiful, beautiful progress here to see what we get in the extension. So if you're interested in that, the links to that is in the description box. It's to Vimeo, one option, and the other option is to buy me a coffee on the donation site, Buy Me a Coffee, where you can go to just support the channel, but it also opens up for you to get all the extendies. So it's not just for Aquarius, but it's like every other sign and their extendies in there. And then I want to talk to you a little bit about this competition. So I was thinking the other week about how can we just put more love into the world. Like it's a little bit crazy right now, and how can we just stabilize it and just send more love there? And I figured as a win-win situation, if you're sitting in meditation for like 3 to 5 minutes and just think about someone or something that you just really, really love or feel like harmony around or peaceful around, and just sit with that feeling in your body for 3 to 5 minutes and just send that energy out into the world, it's going to literally make the world a better place. And as a good consequence of that, you're automatically in the draw to have a chance to win a personal reading for free. And all I want you to do is to sit in those 3 to 5 minutes, and then if you feel comfortable to do that, just post something about what you feel grateful for or love or harmony for in the comment section. If you don't want to be that private or personal, just write something like I'm in, or I really want this. Something that makes me understand that you want to be a part of this draw, because not everyone is interested. And then I'm going to draw a lucky winner on the 14th of April. So I hope that's exciting news for you. If you want to participate, just put something in the comment section. Hope to see some of you guys in the extension here. If not, thank you so much for watching, Aquarius. Take care. Bye.